Bryson DeChambeau is supposed to be the face of LIV Golf's future. He's the two-time U.S. Open champion who reportedly asked for $500 million to stay. He's the Crushers GC captain who led a players' meeting at LIV Golf New York to save the league. But just days before LIV's final event of the season, he's made a move that has the golf world demanding answers. He's committed to a DP World Tour event in South Africa, his first appearance on the tour since 2022. And the timing raises a question that nobody expected. Is Bryson DeChambeau preparing for life after LIV? On August 17, 2026, Gary Player made a stunning announcement. Bryson DeChambeau will tee it up at the Nedbank Golf Challenge in Sun City, South Africa from December 3 to 6. The tournament, co-sanctioned by the DP World Tour and the Sunshine Tour, will be DeChambeau's first start outside LIV Golf since 2022. I am absolutely delighted that Bryson will compete in this year's Nedbank Golf Challenge, Player wrote on social media. The South African crowds loved watching him play earlier this year, and it is wonderful to welcome him back to our incredible country. DeChambeau himself expressed his excitement. "I can't wait. I'm honored to be a part of it." The announcement seems innocent enough. DeChambeau won a thriller in South Africa earlier this year on LIV Golf, beating Jon Rahm in a playoff at LIV Golf South Africa in March. Returning to a place where he has good memories seems natural, but the timing is anything but innocent. The 2026 LIV Golf season ends this week in Indianapolis. DeChambeau's original LIV contract expires after Indianapolis hands out its trophies. He is about to become the biggest free agent in professional golf. CBS Sports laid out the reality bluntly. DeChambeau now finds himself with little in the way of leverage against either tour, given LIV's questionable at best financial situation, as he gets set to hit golfing free agency. LIV CEO Scott O'Neil has been in communication with DeChambeau and made it clear that he wants the two-time major champion to help steer the league's future. "I have a lot of time for Bryson. I talk to him quite a bit. I don't think anybody works harder on or off the course. Bryson has become a good friend, a good advocate of the league. I certainly hope he's with us for the future." But O'Neil also admitted that LIV faces a very compressed timeline to finalize a deal with a new lead investor, and such an agreement will require a buy-in from a majority of the current player roster. The man who once asked for $500 million is now facing a future where his leverage is rapidly evaporating. DeChambeau hasn't played on the DP World Tour since 2022. His decision to commit to the Nedbank Golf Challenge marks a significant reconnection with the European-based circuit. The move is particularly notable given the shifting landscape. Sources say it is highly unlikely that the DP World Tour will grant releases for LIV players to compete across both tours in 2027. If DeChambeau wants to play DP World Tour events in the future, he needs to start building relationships now. The Nedbank Golf Challenge isn't just any event. It's hosted by Gary Player, one of the legends of the game, and is one of the most prestigious tournaments on the DP World Tour calendar. For DeChambeau, the invitation is a sign that the traditional tours are still willing to welcome him back. The door that was slammed shut when he joined LIV is now being reopened, just a crack. As DeChambeau prepares for his DP World Tour return, Rory McIlroy is warning that the road back to the PGA Tour will be brutal. I would argue, have they brought value to LIV, you know? I think the PGA Tour's in a really good spot. If they were offered this returning member program back in February, the one that Brooks took, then yeah, maybe. But that has sort of gone and come, and I think it was said at the time that the deal that they might get going forward, if they do decide to come back, isn't going to be as good as the one that Brooks got. So yeah, I would say it's going to be a tough road back. The man who helped build LIV is now facing the consequences of his decision. DeChambeau's South Africa move comes as LIV Golf faces its most uncertain moment. Saudi Arabia's public investment fund withdrew its support, leaving the league scrambling for new funding. The season-ending team championship in Michigan was canceled. The league is seeking $250 million to $300 million in new funding. LIV CEO Scott O'Neil has been trying to project confidence. "We have a very compressed timeline to get the deal done," O'Neil said. "I'm not going to share that here, but I can tell you we're well on our way to a transaction. Very excited about the future." But behind the scenes, the reality is different. Charles Howell III, a member of DeChambeau's Crushers team, admitted after meeting with the prospective lead investor, "I think we're still trying to figure it all out, to be honest. We just don't know. We don't know anything." The players who once thought they had secured their financial futures are now living with uncertainty. Bryson DeChambeau's South Africa move raises big questions about his future. He's about to become a free agent. He's committed to a DP World Tour event for the first time in 4 years, and LIV's future is more uncertain than ever. The questions now are impossible to ignore. Is DeChambeau preparing for life after LIV? Can LIV survive without its biggest star? And will the PGA Tour welcome him back if he wants to return? One thing is certain. The man who was once the face of the Saudi-backed revolution is now fighting for his future, and the golf world will be watching every move.